Everyone in the village admired her beauty, but no one knew her secret. Amara, the most stunning girl, for miles rejected every suitor who came to her family's home. Why? Because beneath her flowing dresses, she hid something that no one could imagine. Something that could shatter any man's heart. Amara was born on a warm Harmattan morning. Her mother's cries echoing in a small mud hut as the village midwife lifted the infant into the air. She was beautiful, but when the women saw that she was born with only one foot, silence fell. In African tradition, such birth often carries whispers. Some said it was a curse, others a sign from the ancestors. Her father, a proud farmer, insisted, "She is my daughter and she will live like all children." Her mother wept as she wrapped Amara in bright clothes, whispering, "You are whole in my eyes." Yet from that day her parents agreed her difference will remain hidden from the world. As Amara grew up, her parents taught her to cover her legs with long skirts and never remove them outside their compound. Her friends noticed nothing. Her laughter was too bright, her intelligence too sharp. She learned to walk gracefully despite her missing foot, balancing with care until it became second nature. Her childhood friends often teased her about her habit of wearing long dresses even while swimming in the river. She laughed it off. "I am not like you. I like to be different." But in her heart, the shame was too much. By the time Amara reached womanhood, Amara's beauty had become the talk of the village, far and near. Her father's compound always filled with suitors bringing goats, baskets of yam, and cowrie shares. Her mother accepted the gifts politely but always made excuses. Amara is too young, or she must finish her weaving. Nai and Temi envied her. "You can have any man you want," Nai teased. But Amara only smiled faintly. She pushed every suitor away, not because they weren't good men, but because of her secret. She imagined the horror on their faces if they saw her leg. Better to be alone than broken by rejection. With this, her parents grew worried. Her father muttered, "How long will this go on? People are beginning to talk." Her mother defended her. "Let her be. She deserves love that will not shame her." The villagers whispered more openly now. Old women at the market said, "A flower too proud will wither without a bee." Men laughed. "She thinks she is above us all." Amara heard those words and felt the walls of her loneliness rise higher. At night, beneath the great baobab tree, she cried silently, asking the ancestors, "Will I ever be loved for who I am and not for what they see?" On harvest season, a new trader arrived, Chike. He was not a wealthy prince nor the strongest warrior. He came with simple goods: salt, fish, palm wine, and clothes. What set him apart was his heart. He carried no arrogance, greeted everyone warmly, and was quick to help, whether lifting heavy baskets for old women or playing with children in the dust. When he first saw Amara at the market, he didn't shower her with flattery. Instead, he watched her gently help a blind man cross the road. His admiration was born not from her beauty, but from her kindness. That day, he knew she was different. Chike began to linger near her family's estate, offering small gifts of cloth and beads. Amara rejected them at once. Temi, her friend watching all this said, Amara, this one is different. He does not run after rejection. Now I frowned. Be careful, Amara. The heart betrays even the strongest fortress. Amara felt it too, something she had never allowed before. His laughter stayed in her ears. His kindness softened her defenses. Yet her fear grew more and more. Amara would say to herself, if ever he knows, he will leave me like the others would. Better to end it now. Her father noticed Chike's persistence. One evening as he sat around the fire, he asked, why do you reject this one? He is humble, hardworking, and the villagers respect him. Amara stayed silent. Her mother studied her face and said softly, perhaps Amara fears something more than we know. The words stung. For the first time, Amara felt her family watching her closely, waiting for her to explain. But she remained silent, holding her secret tighter. Determined to prove him unworthy, Amara began testing Chike. He sent him on errands impossible for most men, helping the sickly widow, traveling to the next village for rare herbs, carrying water uphill for the elders. She mocked him when he returned dirty and tired, but he only smiled and thanked her for trusting him with the task. Now he whispered, this man's heart is different. Even Temi, Amara's friend, said, if you don't take him, I will, Amara. Amara laughed, but inside panic grew. If he passes every test, then what excuse will I have? One fateful night, the village held a great moon dance. Couple twilit, laughter echoed, the air filled with drumbeat. Chike danced with the children, making them laugh until their bellies hurt. Amara sat alone, feeling the sting of loneliness like never before. Her friend said, why do you deny yourself joy? The other nice whispered, sometimes the wall we build to protect ourselves becomes the prison that destroys us. Amara went home that night and wept. She realized she was no longer afraid of Chike failing her. She was afraid he might actually stay. Finally, under the baobab tree, she called Chike. Her voice shook. You think I do not care about you? But the truth is, I have feared you will hate me if you knew who I am. With trembling hands, Amara lifted her dress to reveal her missing foot. For a long moment, silence lingered. Amara turned away, tears streaming, bracing for footsteps walking away. But Chike stepped closer, knelt and gently touched the earth where her foot should have been. Amara, this is not your shame, it is your strength. You have walked gracefully where others would have stumbled. You are whole with or without what you hide. When he brought Chike home and confessed everything to her parents, her mother wept and embraced her. At last you are free, my daughter. Her father studied Chike for a while. Then he nodded. If you can love her in truth, then you are welcome to this family. Her friends rejoiced. Tell me this, so the flower finally let herself be plucked. Nai squeezed her hand, whispering, I told you, love can climb even the highest walls. At first the villagers whispered. Some mocked, how can such a beautiful girl be incomplete? But Chike stood firm, declaring in the marketplace, she is not incomplete. She is more whole than any woman I have ever met. Her courage is her crown. Slowly the whisper turned into respect. Elders began telling the stories to the young. Do not judge by what the eye sees. True beauty lies in the heart. Their wedding was the grandest the village had ever seen. Beneath the baobab tree, the elders blessed them. Women sang of courage, and the drums thundered not just for a union, but for a victory of truth over fear. Amara wore a flowing gown of red and gold. For the first time, she did not hide her leg. She walked proudly beside Chike, her family at her side and her friends laughing and dancing. Then they exchanged vows. Chike said, "I do not marry you despite your secret. I marry you because of your strength, your kindness, and your truth. You are my blessing." In the years that followed, Amara and Chike became the symbol of courage and love. Their children grew hearing the story of their mother's hidden faith and their father's unwavering love. Young girls learned not to be ashamed of who they were, and men learned that true love sees beyond flaws. And under the great baobab tree, Amara often sat, no longer weeping, but smiling, knowing that she had lived her story not in fear, but in love.